Model interpretation has a very important place in the overall machine learning life cycle. And here in this video, we will see why model interpretation is so important and what are the different approach we normally take for interpreting any model output. Okay, so now let's start. So in the top left corner, we have trained a machine learning model and we have validated the model results with the help of validation and test data, and we are happy with the result. And now my model is ready to receive any new data from my customer and it will produce the desired output. So here in this case, I am talking about the classification problem where my output could be approved or rejected. So take this example, which is about the insurance claim. So as a customer, I have submitted a insurance claim application to insurance company, and as outcome, insurance company has said that your form has been rejected. We cannot approve your claim request. So now as a customer, we can always ask insurance company to explain why they have rejected my claim request. And it might happen that in the background, insurance company was using some machine learning model. And now it's up to insurance company to explain the model output in a layman terms so that as a customer, I can understand why insurance company has rejected my claim request. And that's the point I'm talking about here. So once we'll get the desired output in the form of prediction score or prediction label, is it okay to deploy the model result as it is in production without understanding how my model works and whether we would be able to explain the model output in a layman terms or not? So those sort of questions we need to ask. And in every case, that's not the case. We always need some way to understand the model output so that we can understand the inner behavior of my model. And that's the point we were discussing about model interpretation and the explainable AI, right? So before going further, we'll just try to understand what it means from the interpretable model perspective. So whenever we say my model is interpretable, which means that we are talking about these set of algorithms, which are very simple, and using the coefficient and different values associated with these algorithms, we would be able to explain the model output very clearly, right? So that's what it talks about. And these models are interpretable. Any other model like support vector machine or random forest or neural network, I mean, these are black box model and these are non-interpretable, right? So here in this diagram, if you can see that interpretability, it maximum for classification rules and linear regression decision trees, right? And as the complexity of the model increase, the model interpretability goes down. So you can see the interpretability for neural network is at minimum, but the accuracy is at the max, right? So the accuracy of my neural network is at maximum, but it's very difficult to explain because it's a black box. Okay. So these sort of questions we need to ask, right? So if we only have these set of algorithms as the interpretable model, then how we can use more complex model, and at the same time we can also explain the model output in a layman terms to my users, right? Because accuracy is also important, right? So we need any model to be highly accurate and also interpretable, right? So we have both the requirement. And here this model interpretation talks about how we can take a very complex model and use different model interpretation methods so that we can understand how these model produce a desired output. Okay, so that's the concept we are talking about. And so now the next question comes, why my model interpretation is important, why we have so much focus on the model interpretation aspects. So these are important for different factors, and here I have just summarized it in three bullet points so that we can appreciate the model interpretation importance. So the first point is, if my model is interpretable, then it would be very easy for us to inspect the inner behavior of my model. And at the same time, we can also understand the limitation of my model, right? Because if, say, for example, if we are using linear regression or logistic regression, we cannot expect logistic regression model to find a non-linear pattern from my data. So that's the limitation of my logistic regression model has. Okay. So understanding model better will allow us to build a very good model. And if we have an option and we have flexibility to inspect and evaluate model decision accurately, then that will also build a trust on your model, because you know how model is working, right? You know in and out of its inner behavior, and that will build trust in the model output. Then it would be very easy for us to explain the model output, right? Because that's the another aspect, right? Trust and explainable AI, right? Because many problem would be deployed in highly risky environment, right? And highly regulated environment, where we need to provide a clear-cut explanation of why my model is producing that desired output. So like in this case of loan approval, if client has applied for a loan approval and bank has rejected that loan, then bank needs to explain why they have rejected the loan request, right? So those sort of aspects we always need to consider while building any machine learning model or before deploying any machine learning model in production. Because without machine learning interpretation or without explaining the model output, you'll find it very difficult to optimize your machine learning model, or it will not gain acceptance from society, right? And mainly that's the case in a highly regulated and highly risky environment, right? So like in medicine, insurance, banking, but it would be very difficult because these are very highly regulated and risky environment, and it will have a huge impact on customers' lives. Okay. So again, the next question comes, what sort of model interpretation method we need to apply for a given problem? So again, here in this question list, you can see that we don't have a single model interpretation method, and it will vary depending upon what sort of questions my stakeholder is asking, right? So if stakeholder will ask about a question, right, how my model make a decision or prediction for my request, so like in this case, insurance claim or loan application form, and if customer will ask why that decision has been made, then at least we should be able to explain the results in a layman terms to my customers, right? So in that case, probably the anchor model interpretation method would be more applicable, because that will allow us to provide a clear explanation about my model results, right? But if on the other hand, if my stakeholder will ask which feature has more impact on making decision, so in that case, the SAFe model interpretation method would be more applicable. Right? So here you can see that depending upon what sort of questions my stakeholder is asking, you can choose appropriate model interpretation method, get the output and provide it to stakeholders, right? So we don't have a single method which will meet all the requirements. So like in the machine learning model, not all machine learning model will fit for every problem statement. You need to understand the problem, your data, and you need to understand the limitation and assumptions made by your machine learning model. And then only you can apply it to different machine learning model to see what works well and what doesn't work well. So same applies to the model interpretation method. So depending upon what sort of questions you are asking, we have appropriate model interpretation method to tackle those problems. So use it appropriately and get your answers so that you can convey it back to your stakeholders. Now we'll go through a couple of more examples to understand what different sort of model interpretation method we need to apply in those scenarios. So take this example. And here my stakeholder is asking a very simple question. How my model decision changes for any changes made to my feature value, right? And here the main intention of asking these type of questions is to understand the potential impact on the feature value. So take an example of house price prediction, and where we are predicting the price of house, and stakeholder would like to understand what would be the impact of house price based on the number of rooms as a feature, right? And using those values, probably business can assess the potential impact of the number of rooms in the house price prediction. So that's a simple example. So we can correlate this with the different examples we can have with respect to your regression problem or classification problem, where it would be very beneficial to understand the potential impact of that feature value on your prediction, right? And the stakeholder could be anything. So it's not fixed to only one particular group of users. So in that case, my stakeholder could be business, right? In some cases, my stakeholder could be directly customer, right? In some cases, it could be the data scientist itself, right? So it depends upon what sort of queries you are asking for and who would be the intended user for that query or for that outcome. Okay, so let's take this example. And here it basically talks about a scenario where a customer has applied for the loan and bank has disapproved the loan application form. And now customer is asking question to bank to understand what values customer needs to make changes in their profile so that whenever the customer will apply for loan next time, it would be approved, right? So these sort of questions can be solved with the help of counterfactuals, right? And counterfactual interpretation method will provide you enough details around what changes customer needs to make in their profile so that it would be approved next time, right? And in the above example, the PDP and IC model interpretation method would be more applicable. Here the counterfactual method would be more applicable for answering these type of questions. In the last case, say for example, if business would like to understand what decision path normally my model take for making most of the decisions, right? So in that case, business can look for the different feature values and how the model conclude or model decides any output. So in that case, the SAFe interpretation method would be more applicable, right? So you can see that we have different methods for handling different type of questions, right? And again, it's not only fixed to this set of model interpretation method. It's a very active area of research, right? And depending upon which model interpretation fits for your problem statement or for the questions which you are asking for your model, it will vary, right? So we have permutation feature importance, we have also different type of interpretation method, right? And in the subsequent video, what I will do, I will take these problem statement, these set of questions, and we'll try to answer those questions with the help of these tools, right? So we'll discuss about how we can apply anchor method to find out the model decision so that we can explain the output very clearly to the users, right? We'll also see how we can apply shape method for finding out the feature importance, right? We'll see the PDP and IC. We will also see the counterfactuals, right? And we'll tackle all these problem statements separately so that you would be able to get an idea about how we can handle those scenarios and how we can apply this different model interpretation method for solving different type of problems. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching it.